Have you ever felt like you're standing at a crossroads, map of your life spread out before you, but all the paths seem blurry, overgrown, shrouded in mist? You're 25, 30, maybe even 35. And the world keeps asking, with increasing volume, what's your story? Where are you going? What have you done? And sometimes the story feels unwritten. Sometimes it feels like you're still waiting for the ink to dry, the words to form, the plot to reveal itself. Like you're wandering in a wilderness, unsure of the next step. As Hebrews 11 verse 1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." But sometimes even faith feels fragile. The world throws a lot at you, doesn't it? A constant barrage of highlight reels, curated perfection, and the unspoken yet deafening pressure to have it all figured out. Career trajectory, soulmate, family, purpose. It can feel utterly overwhelming. Like you're running a race you didn't sign up for, against opponents you can't even see, with a finish line that keeps moving further away. You see everyone else seemingly sprinting ahead, achieving milestones, and you wonder, am I falling behind? What's wrong with me? The Apostle Paul knew this feeling, writing in Romans 7 verse 15, "I do not understand what I do, for what I want to do I do not do, but what I hate I do." We wrestle with our own desires, our own shortcomings, and the expectations of the world, and doubt creeps in. An insidious whispering voice that tells you you're not good enough, not ready, not worthy. It feeds on your insecurities, amplifies your fears. You compare yourself relentlessly, measure yourself against impossible standards, and inevitably find yourself wanting. You're not alone. We've all been there, that feeling of being lost in the fog, unsure of which way to turn, questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself and your future. That feeling of being adrift, like a small boat in a vast, unpredictable ocean. Psalm 23 verse 4 reminds us, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." But sometimes the valley feels long and the darkness feels deep. But here's the secret, the truth that often gets lost in the noise, the truth that's easy to forget in the face of societal pressure and internal anxieties. Your story isn't written in stone. It's not a predetermined path you're forced to follow. It's not a rigid script you have to memorize. But here's the secret, the truth that often gets lost in the noise, the truth that's easy to forget in the face of societal pressure and internal anxieties. Your story isn't written in stone. It's not a predetermined path you're forced to follow. It's not a rigid script you have to memorize. It's a living, breathing document. It's a canvas waiting for your brushstrokes. It's a melody waiting for your notes. It's a garden waiting for you to plant the seeds. As Proverbs 16 verse 9 says, "In their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." We can make plans, but ultimately our journey is guided by something greater than ourselves. You hold within you a spark, a flicker of potential, a whisper of a dream, a tiny ember of hope. It might be buried under layers of self-doubt, hidden beneath the weight of expectations, obscured by the noise of the world, but it's there. It's always been there, waiting to be rediscovered. It's the essence of who you are, the core of your being. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7 tells us, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-discipline." That spark within you is a testament to that spirit. Don't let fear paralyze you. Don't let the whispers silence your voice. Don't let the pressure define your worth. You are so much more than your anxieties, your setbacks, your perceived failures. You are a masterpiece in progress, a work of art constantly evolving, constantly being shaped by your experiences, your choices, your resilience. You are so much more than your anxieties, your setbacks, your perceived failures. You are a masterpiece in progress, a work of art constantly evolving, constantly being shaped by your experiences, your choices, your resilience. Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Even in the midst of struggles, there is a purpose, a plan unfolding. Embrace the uncertainty. Embrace the journey. Embrace the messy, beautiful, imperfect process of becoming. Every stumble, every misstep, every failure is a lesson learned, a stepping stone on your path, a brushstroke that adds depth and character to your masterpiece. Don't be afraid to experiment, to explore, to redefine what success means to you. Philippians 3 verse 14 urges us, "I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." Keep moving forward, keep striving, keep growing. You are not behind, you are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment, with all the potential in the world waiting to be unleashed. You are not behind, you are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment, with all the potential in the world waiting to be unleashed. So take a deep breath. Find that spark within you. Fan the flames of your dreams. Nurture the seeds of your potential. And write your story. Make it epic. Make it bold. Make it authentic. Make it uniquely, wonderfully, unapologetically yours. As Isaiah 43 verse 2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. You are not alone on this journey." Here's what you need to know. Your story is waiting to be written, and you are the author. With God as your guide, you're capable of extraordinary things. We'd love you to be part of our community. Subscribe to stay connected.